Rugby's roots lie in England, specifically at Rugby School. In 1823, during a football match, a student named William Webb Ellis defied the conventions of the game. Instead of kicking the ball, he picked it up and ran with it. This act of rebellion is considered the defining moment in rugby's history. Although not officially documented, the story of William Webb Ellis has become legendary. It embodies the spirit of innovation and daring that characterizes rugby. Despite its unconventional start, the game spread rapidly through Rugby School. It soon gained popularity in other English public schools. Each school developed its own version of the game with varying rules. This lack of standardization would later become a point of contention. However, the core elements remained the same: running with the ball, passing it backward, and tackling opponents to gain possession. These early variations laid the foundation for the sport we know today. As rugby gained popularity, a clear divide began to emerge between those who favoured running with the ball and those who preferred kicking. This difference in opinion eventually led to the separation of rugby football and association football, which we now know as soccer. In 1863, representatives from various schools and clubs met to establish a standardised set of rules for football. However, disagreement arose over the legality of hacking, a practice common in rugby involving kicking an opponent in the shins. The debate over hacking proved irreconcilable, leading to a split within the group. Those who supported hacking and a more physical game formed the Rugby Football Union, or RFU. Those in favour of a less physical game, focusing on kicking, formed the Football Association, or FA, the governing body for soccer. This split formalised the division between the two sports. The formation of the RFU in 1871 marked a turning point for rugby. It provided the sport with a unified set of rules and a governing body. Clubs began to flourish throughout England and beyond. The first international rugby match took place in 1871 between England and Scotland. This historic encounter in Edinburgh drew a large crowd and ignited international rivalry. Section 4: Historic Matches and Moments. The early years of organised rugby were marked by a series of historic matches that helped shape the sport's identity. One such match was the 1888 encounter between England and the New Zealand native football team known as the Natives. The Natives' visit to Britain was, a groundbreaking event, marking the first time a team from the Southern Hemisphere had toured the home of rugby. The Natives' skill and athleticism captivated audiences, challenging the established rugby hierarchy. Another significant milestone was the first British Lions tour in 1888. The Lions, a team composed of players from England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales, embarked on a tour of Australia and New Zealand. This tour established a tradition that continues to this day, with the Lions representing the best of British and Irish rugby. Section 5: Evolution of Rules and Gameplay. Over the decades, rugby has undergone significant changes. The introduction of the try in 1875 was a notable change. Before this, points were scored by touching the ball down for a try at goal. The try as a scoring method revolutionized the game, encouraging more attacking play. It shifted the focus to running with the ball and scoring tries. This led to a more dynamic and exciting game. Another significant change was the introduction of the line-out in 1876. The line-out added a new dimension to the game. Section 6: Rugby Today, a global sport. Today, rugby union stands as a truly global sport, played by millions and enjoyed by countless fans worldwide. The Rugby World Cup, first held in 1987, has played a pivotal role in popularizing the game internationally. The tournament showcases the highest level of rugby, with nations from across the globe competing for the coveted Webb Ellis Cup. Rugby Sevens, a faster-paced version of the game played with 7 players on each side, has also gained immense popularity. Its inclusion in the Olympic Games in 2016 further boosted rugby's global profile. From its humble beginnings on the fields of Rugby School, rugby has evolved into a sport that embodies both physicality and sportsmanship. Its core values of respect, discipline, and teamwork continue to resonate with players and fans alike, ensuring its enduring appeal for generations to come.